All right, welcome everyone, Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Vigilantes, episode 1, a My Hero Academia spinoff.
Yeah, we get more MHA, but it's not quite MHA, but same universe. Cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where this fits in the overall timeline of things. I'm excited to see where this bumps into characters that we're already familiar with, too.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see, though, where the idea of vigilantes and then some of the commentary that the original show goes into, how it lines up with that.
Yeah,
because that was always some of my favorite stuff of the original series.
Yeah,
so
I think in a lot of ways that's probably going to be the part that will be the most exciting about this initially, because that was something that came about later on in the seasons as things went on.
Right.
I mean, obviously Endeavor with the start of season 2 and everything, but yeah, this is kind of fun. It's crazy to think how successful My Hero Academia is in the business side of things as a manga and an anime and everything like that with all the movies.
Yep.
That a spin-off series, comes out while the original series is still going.
And is really highly regarded. Because, it's real easy for a spin-off to not actually capture the fire of the original or
I would
whatever.
say usually that's the case.
Usually that's the case.
Yeah.
So the idea that this is really well received, awesome.
Yeah, I'm
more MHA.
I'm
Let's
really
go.
excited. Yeah, because as far as themes go and the start of MHA, that was where it was hitting its stride for the most part. So if this is another opportunity for the mangaka to then take everything that they've learned, coalesce it down into probably a much tighter story, I'm really excited to see that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yes. Where everything started.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Whoa. Cool. Imagine you've never seen MHA.
Right.
You start with this, you're like, whoa, there's some cool designs.
Yeah, and a bunch of characters that only get introduced later in the original series. Okay.
He pets cats, though.
Therefore.
So he's cool. He's a good guy.
He's a good dude. Oh, we got my copycat? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Trying to become real heroes.
Okay. Cool.
Pretty cool, too.
All right.
Okay. Let's go.
Ooh.
Opening.
Oh, I like it.
Cool. Original story, and Horikoshi is one of 3 people a part of it. The on all fours thing is giving me big Spider-Man vibes.
Ooh, sure.
Whoa, Crawler, Pop something, and Knuckleduster. Oh, wait, sick.
All right, cool.
Wait, he can slide on stuff?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got some familiar
my
characters.
God, yes. Wait.
Oh, right.
Yes. Right.
Yeah,
Golden
Eva's
Gideon,
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get the definition, fun episode title. Okay, we're having a direct reference to beginning of MHA here.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay.
Watashi ga kita!
Ooh. I'm sorry, dude.
I love
Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
bye-bye!
done like that.
Yep. Oh. School!
Okay.
Regular school, not hero school.
Oh.
Well. Oh my God. Immediately.
Yeah. I love it.
Yes! Hands and knees is his best place to be.
Right.
Slide and glide.
All right.
This is literally what the quirk that I wanted.
3 points of contact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he touches the ground like all the time. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, he just has a big bottle of hand sanitizer
Okay,
in his
maybe
back
those aren't
pocket.
actual holes on his shoes, because those were on his heels, and he'd want them on the...
Oh, okay, all right.
No, you're doing a public display. The cops are gonna come and shut this down. Self-proclaimed freelance.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I'm excited to meet her super fans, like her, like two
Right.
people that are like, I've been to every single
Yeah.
one. I follow her Popstagram and
Right.
and know exactly where she's gonna do her her live shows. Oh,
Puts
an
on a good
idol
show.
Batgirl, basically. Like,
Yeah.
this is hilarious.
So what I want to know is, if she's self-proclaimed, what's her production team like? Or does she do all the stuff herself? I mean,
Oh, pop step. She has like a jumping or bouncing ability. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
sure. Okay. Sure.
Oh yeah, me, I'm on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, oh god, oh.
Yeah.
Nah,
Okay.
bro. This is literally the Quirk that I wanted.
Oh, well, hey, he's right here. Oh,
Wow.
okay.
There's not. Oh my god.
That store probably had a camera.
They waited until he was off work, you know? They have
Oh, sure.
nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. I love it.
Yes.
He's been like talking himself up to do this for like months, probably.
Wait, that's Deku's mom!
Yeah. This dude is so sweet.
Yeah. He's genuinely your friendly neighborhood crawler man. Like,
Yeah.
Like he's. Wait. So he's actually just got the heart of a hero,
Yeah.
and he just isn't legally allowed to.
Eh.
Yeah, I'm your fan, kinda.
Yeah.
Huh? Nobody knows.
Right. It's the people that aren't like official heroes, but like want to do the hero thing.
Yeah. Right. Have you seen my Popstagram? Oh. Oh my god.
These guys again?
Oh my gosh. Oh, they don't even recognize him.
Yeah.
They just happened to
not
stumble
dumb.
into him again.
Oh my god. Talk about small world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But you went for the thickest dude of the
biggest
group.
guy. Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, this guy could actually kill you.
Oh,
Bro was going for the
Oh.
head.
oh.
Okay,
Well, I mean,
you don't mess with kombinis.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. Okay, here we go.
actual Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Oh
jinx
my
it,
god. Don't invoke his name so casually.
dude. Is he actually just going for a kill shot? Yeah, he had to go for the trash pile because he can't actually do the superhero landing.
Yeah, you guys talking shit about All Might?
You wish he was.
Yeah, you got me instead. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you murmuring about? I love the animation. Oh!
Oh!
no! Janitor of the fist.
All right. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa.
He's not one.
Okay.
Oh, is he tracking like people that take like certain drugs or something?
Maybe.
Huh, I like you.
Yeah.
What do you think hero work is?
All right. Yeah.
I love the Stained vibes, but like also Iskandar vibes.
Sure.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Body moved before his mind was ready to. Yeah.
Into the trash.
Where
Okay.
he belongs.
Fantastic. No, I get that. I just don't like the violence. Well,
Holy shit, you're scary, man.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you can say no to him. That's pretty brave, actually. Koichi-kun. Oh my god, it's gonna be Koichi and Jotaro.
Yeah.
Over again.
Oh no. Hey, he's got mayo.
Oh, I knew this guy was a drinker. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Absolutely. Are these guys just gonna be Team Rocket?
Nah, I think
Oh.
they'll encounter an actual villain. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice. Cool. I really like the art style.
Yeah.
Wait, but this is Studio Bones.
So it's a really bad, like, version of what we end up getting later. Whoa.
Sure.
Yeah. It's the whole,
Yeah, right.
we are due process.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're just blowing right past that.
Yeah.
We need you to start a fashion trend where everyone sticks out their tongue.
Ah, brilliant.
He won't let me leave. I love it.
We need some brains in this group here. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, social media. Let's go.
Yep.
He's probably so embarrassed. Sure, even if you didn't, it's okay. Like, yes.
Yeah, all right, Isaac
Yes!
shows up.
He's here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
crap. And he's just getting his
Yeah, he's
groceries.
asking if you're one of the instant villains, yeah.
Ooh, Eraserhead's power with the trigger boosts. How would that work?
That's a good point. Would it be considered a heteromorphic quirk? Like the effect of the drug? Would
The
that
effect
be
of the
that?
drug,
Or,
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Huh.
Oh, I actually really like this ED almost more than the OP. Okay, it's kind of building up. I thought it was gonna be much softer.
Yeah.
That's gonna be you one day. Yep.
Yeah. I love how here where the lights are all going, it doesn't show the hands and feet so that it looks like he could be on like a motorcycle or something.
Right. Oh, one day you'll be able to jump high enough to reach your dreams. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I also love the opposites that she has with Koichi being one low to the ground, one high.
Yeah.
But they both have something that's going to complement each other. Mm-hmm. All right. This is a great start.
That was a wonderful start. I love that they are right out the gate. Like not even beating around the bush, just immediately the first thing that this dude does, is like, hey, you stick out your tongue or I'll beat the shit out of you. like
Knuckleduster is the problem vigilante.
Yes.
He is the definition of the one that the cops and the heroes are like, yeah, we don't want people turning into this guy here.
Right.
Clearly he drinks in the mornings and has,
I imagine Eraserhead, after he deals with him, he'll be like, okay, you're an, what? Are you with this guy? And he's gonna be like, no, I was trying. He seemed like I could maybe keep him from doing.
He's clearly a menace to society, and I'm just trying to mitigate that.
Right. Like hell, Aizawa might even have heard of this kid of just like, oh yeah, he's just that dude that goes around picking up trash. Good
he's
kid,
a good, decent kid in his local neighborhood.
Right.
Kid, you can wear whatever costume you want. You don't have to pretend like this is some whoa thing or whatever.
You're not doing anything bad because you're just going around helping people out. You're not. I'm going.
You're not saying like I am the law. I am due process.
Right.
Boom.
So. Awesome. As far as
I love how unhinged basically his character is, Knuckleduster, but then specifically the ways in which the other two characters have their own slight kind of unhinged aspects. In that Koichi's like, I'm gonna do all this stuff because it gets me all fired up and then it's like, bro, you're just cleaning up trash and doing good stuff. You're basically doing volunteer work that
he's Moomin Rider.
He's Moomin Rider. He's actually Moomin Rider. He's Moomin Crawler.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love it too because his quirk is one that has a very distinct way that it will physically upgrade. Mm-hmm. Like clearly, one of the things that is happening with his quirk is that the reason why it probably needs 3 points of contact is actually because he's generating like some kind of energy through the interaction itself.
Sure.
And so it wouldn't actually have enough to keep him like either balanced or enough to make him move, really.
Yeah, the other thing that it could totally be is just the idea that 3 points make a plane. So that's like in order to be properly balanced and like not like running or something, but like actually sliding, it does kind of make sense for it to be 3 points of contact.
Right, but I would love for us to find out that by him adding a 4th point of contact, he's actually moving faster. Like there's some kind of aspect of that
or like ways that he has more control over how he moves around and stuff.
And so he's ultimately the most grounded of the 3 characters. See? The power inferring the themes. Then the most unhinged of them is the one that's got no clear powers whatsoever. We do not know anything about what he can do.
He's probably just got a basic physical enhancement thing so that he can,
Right. He said he put more power into his neck, more strength into his neck. Now, that's either him literally working out his neck.
Right. Or it's... I need to be able to deal with inertia and stuff. And so, I don't want my neck to snap around and stuff.
Who knows? But I just love that we have no idea what his quirk is.
Yep.
The hints are there.
Yeah.
If there even is one.
If he ends up being quirkless.
He's just a guy that has...
Yeah. And let's be fair. His weapon of choice of Knuckledusters, fantastic, super effective, very stylish and cool and all that stuff.
Aren't those not called Knuckledusters?
I think there's different there's different
there's
ways
brass knuckles.
There's like brass knuckles and things like that. But I think Knuckleduster is...
I don't think that's just his hero name, dude. That's his code name. I think it's called Knuckleduster because he wears a duster. And he has knuckles.
It's doubled up there.
I get that. Okay.
But those are brutal. Those are
can kill.
Those are weapons,
yes.
right? Like realistically, you hit someone in the face with those if they. Granted, this is a superhero show and all that stuff, right? So inertia play fast and loose a little bit. But if they don't have an enhancement quirk, you are messing them up.
If you hit them on the side of the head,
they're probably dead.
They might be dead. Yeah. Also, if you hit them while they're on the ground, they don't have anything to send them back in some way.
Like, there's a reason...
You can crush their skull.
Right, there's a reason that those things are generally frowned upon by society, because they are simple and very effective.
It also makes sense that he uses them if he's got some basic strength stuff, because he can just quickly take them off and they're not going to be so visually obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not walking around with an open sword or something.
Right, it's more possible to not kill someone than if you were just slicing them with a sword.
Right, and I would also say from an intimidation standpoint, having these is also like telling the other person that, hey, I know enough martial arts that the threat of my violence, like clearly I use these, and
like
I'm fine with it.
You do need to be worried about that.
You do need to be worried about that. If I hit you twice, you're probably going to be permanently injured.
And I can do plenty of pain to you without killing you.
Oh, yes,
like from that side of things, where it's the, oh no, I have some restraint. I'm not cutting people's heads off.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and it was even brought up as like a little aside thing of like All Might showing up in Detroit smashing the one villain, dude. And it's like, no, that dude is going to be arrested, but he's also going to be in the hospital, right? like that's, is everyone okay? Wasn't talking to you, like that. Yeah, of course, it's All Might. Yeah. But okay, this is our start. We have a wholesome boy who doesn't even really want to be a hero in the strictest sense. This is something that I found to be kind of interesting. That in some ways he seems to get joy out of doing this stuff here because it's not licensed. It's bad, but he also does kind of want to be like All Might. So the part that I'm kind of curious about, is it that because he was funneled through the early years of life without getting picked up for hero courses, right? Because his quirk kind of sucks. Like
I'm very excited to gush about why I think his quirk is actually genuinely busted, but we'll get into that.
That's a good point. Plenty of people in the UA course have quirks that seem like,
But you're like, excuse me?
Really?
Right.
But then they end up doing crazy stuff with it.
The general way in which, before we get into like, obviously story theories and things like that, the general way I think that his quirk is busted is that it is tied to mobility. Sure. Which means then that he should be able to, theoretically, at some point counteract his own weight with the application of this quirk to be able to ascend vertical surfaces a la Spider-Man, basically.
Right, yeah. If we think about the ways that his quirk could develop, it's either the speed at which he can go,
and the strength of its pull,
right, exactly.
By,
being able to go on upside down surfaces or things like that. Right. And either one of those would be pretty crazy.
Either one of those gets him well beyond Sero in
Yeah, exactly, right? Because so far the limitation is the fact that it can't go very fast. But if that were not a problem, that could be insanely busted.
It could be insanely busted. Yeah, I think the part that also might be like a little bit of a like, don't do this, but like what happens if he like applies it to a person?
Well, I think it's just something that he can do to himself. He slides around.
No, I get that he slides around, but
if he slid on a person?
Well, no, like if he applied all 3 bits of it to like a person, would there be any kind of effect, basically?
Does it give him
if he grappled somebody?
Right. Does it just let him slide, or does it give him traction to the thing that he's like sliding on?
Right. And that's why the energy interaction with the physical matter and stuff is where there's something potentially
is there any equal and opposite reaction? Because otherwise he could do some crazy martial arts stuff if he got, 2 hands and a foot on somebody.
Right. And then that's the other thing, is that he can cheat out all types of stuff with regards to inertia and momentum. Is that there's nothing to say that he couldn't just stop, move around, and do all this kind of stuff.
Well, that's why I think one of the other things that was really important to establish here with regards to his quirk is that he's like, I'm going to stop these guys. I'm going to take their legs out from under them. No, dude is heavy. You just boom, and you're like, uh-oh. Sorry, he's a thick dude. Like the whole, in fiction, you sweep the legs out from. That's actually like really hard to do.
That just doesn't happen.
Right.
Nobody teaches you to do that in martial arts. What they teach you to do is you kick that spot in the leg really hard over and over and over again.
Or the other thing you do is what's called floating the person, where you apply a bit of basically upward force so that their center of gravity is slightly thrown off, and then you can like get them on the ground really easily.
Well, then you'd be grappling, basically.
Yeah.
The other thing I thought of was basically that every hero just is one equipment piece away from being insanely busted too.
Sure.
And we've seen this many times before. So what I want to see him have is friction accumulating stun gloves, so that as he like slides around, he's tapping other people's legs and he's just shocking them with the built up electric energy, basically, from all of his like sliding.
Okay, so then what you're saying?
Wouldn't that be crazy? And then he could use it to effectively then just launch himself off into like spaces and stuff.
And then he also like makes it be a particular material that's like one of those ones that like generates a ton of static electricity, but then multiplied by like superhero gear, Right. Yeah. So he just goes across like, some carpet
and this
or
is
something.
me off the cuff. I am just thinking after one episode.
Oh no,
here.
yeah, right.
Imagine what the actual mangakas come up with.
The question of if there's friction with him moving around in and of itself is wild.
Yes. Yeah.
Also, going away from theories for a second, back to the content of the episode, Knuckleduster's introduction was fantastic. The idea that like the episode itself is very much doing the like, hey, MHA, we're gonna go through a parallel sort of, like slight differences of episode 1. And then he does the all night I am here thing, but he clearly looks like a madman. And then he jumps off the building, can't do a superhero landing, lands in the trash, and then is like, yeah, but I am here. It might not be all night, but
you give me like 6 seconds to recover while I shit talk you from over here. I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Or like and then
you think like, I'm not the one the problem here. Sorry, I'm gonna kick your asses.
But then the idea of like, you think taking a hostage is gonna make me punch you any softer? That was a fantastic line of just showing that like before we get all the real unhinged stuff later of just like, This dude is not in the business of saving people.
No.
Like he
really does need these two others with him, and I think that'd be a good point to segue into Pop Step stuff here, because she's the branding. They could make themselves a team and have it be something where if you support her shows, you're supporting this group basically that then goes and does stuff here. And if Pop Step is not necessarily like literally doing any of the crimes, she can have deniability where it's like, like I'm not like you guys wouldn't arrest me, like I'm just a cool person bringing positive vibes to the neighborhood.
Yes, I would love to see what kind of aiding and abetting laws would come into play with vigilantism or whatever, because like, okay, Eraserhead being like, hey, this dude's a problem, right?
Yeah, he's aggravated assault. Like,
all that stuff. Koichi's like, yes, he's a problem. He kind of like dragged me along for this. I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't hurt people, understandable. But then when it's like, we're in an official organization and we just, he does his thing and we,
Yeah, maybe my theory doesn't hold up because it would not make sense for them to try and make themselves be like social media grouped and everything.
Right, like I feel like he's
But I don't know. I think
a bad.
No, I think it'd actually be kind of cool because then they could be kind of like the Phantom Thieves and basically be like, no, if you need problems solved that the heroes aren't dealing with, post on our little thing here and ask for help and start a social media group and everything. I think she would kill at that.
I think she would absolutely kill at that.
And also be the mascot for a part of a lot of their stuff 100%. As well.
And there's the possibility that when Aizawa basically reads this dude his Miranda rights, that we could get into a situation where it's like, have you thought about like all the many ways that what you're doing is messed up, and then maybe he can like the group can help like round those edges a little bit.
Because if there's anybody really that I would put into the vigilante category that is a pro hero, Eraserhead is weirdly enough like the one that feels the closest because
he's Batman like vibes and all that,
and he has like almost this, at least maybe in the beginning of the show, it definitely gave me this vibe that he had a bit of a like heroes, like you guys are all about your
he was the
your
first
status and trying to be all popular, and fuck that. You know,
he was the first one to rain on Deku's parade.
And All Might's a bit too.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yep. But yeah, I think the idea, like, Popset brought it up like immediately of like, why don't we just search for, people that have dealt with villains that randomly pop up,
or not even dealing with. She's talking about people being like, oh, does anybody recognize this villain? Like,
sure,
on social media. Right. She was like typing these keywords to sort by certain pictures, and I'm like, that's brilliant.
Exactly. And then once you do that, then you actually have
actionable info,
and then maybe you won't be beating up random dudes who are just on their way home from work.
Before poor Knuckleduster is actually homeless and has no like place to go.
Oh no!
And the reason why he's doing this basically is because he needs money from them. Like, he literally beats up people, steals their wallets and everything just to be able to get by and stuff.
Just to eat it so he can level up, like in Yakuza or something? No. I actually got kind of Rorschach vibes from this guy, where it's the, like, if someone were to have some tragic backstory, it would be him.
Well, he's got the scar, dude.
No, I know, right? So, crazy,
MHA
crazy theory here.
I'm just saying, MHA and scars, they're like...
There's generally a story there.
A story better than Twilight,
Right, yeah, like, if... so help me. If it's like, so Knuckleduster, how'd you get that scar? Well, see, I was, ice skating one day, and then I just crashed into somebody, and...
So my dad took these knuckles, and was like, oh no. But I mean, it's gonna be somewhere in between that spectrum right there.
Oh, you don't say.
Quina fell down the stairs to Trafalgar Law,
right,
somewhere in between there.
Yeah, and I think that'll work well, because that way we have like the, hey, here's the, like, he can be the serious like angle into the story and the conflict and all that stuff, while at the same time we can have the more reasonable characters that are then along for the ride and can be bantering and all that stuff and trying to rein this madman in when heroes aren't around.
But yeah, all right, new show, really fun return to MHA. Love the visuals, love the animation as well.
Yes,
I love the comic. Onomatopoeias are wonderful.
Yep.
But yeah, we're back. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all of this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.